Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to another episode of Safe Space for Men. I'm your host as usual. Before we get into it, please remember to rate, review, like, share, download, subscribe, and review the podcast. I truly appreciate it. What is happening out there, people? It has been a good week. It's been a wild week. Got a lot going on. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm headed back to work very soon. Details unknown, but yeah, I'm headed back to work soon. You know, I've been out of work for like a month with pay. But yeah, it's been it's been good. I've been spending so much time with myself, with Jordan and the gym, just again doing whatever the fuck I wanted to do. But yeah, I'm headed back in, so it is what it is, man. My car got hit again this week. I obviously was not happy about this shit. One of the. I think there was the other time where I actually had the person, but got the person's information. The guy hit me. It was an accident. Like he hit the side of my car, and this is the car that I just got fixed, which is that's what really made me angry. And the fact that I actually drove the car, and I could have walked because it's only like 3 blocks away. But I didn't want to walk. I was being lazy. I'm getting a car, I'm gonna drive around here. I should have walked around. I was going around my folks' house to watch the game, and my car got hit. So dealing with that now. The insurance company is giving me the absolute biggest fucking runaround, as they always do. Fuck Progressive. Fuck Progressive. I'm done with them after this. After they take care of this, whatever happens, if I get it fixed, if I got to pay out of pocket, whatever goes on, I'm completely done with them. And even as much as I know insurance is a scam, why are people still driving around without insurance, yo? Like that part is what really makes me mad. Because this particular person, he didn't have any insurance. When I asked for his insurance, I had my buddy come around. My buddy Johnny, he walked around and they was talking. Him and Pete was talking to him in Spanish, and he basically said he had like fake insurance, bruh. Like, so why do y'all buy fake insurance? Buy fake insurance so that the cop can't take your car, but then somebody could punch you in the mouth if you got, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't on that type of time, thankfully, that day. Surprisingly, I know a lot of y'all, I was on ice. I was chill. I was just like, you know what? Whatever. I got insurance. They gonna take care of it. And that's kind of how I chose to just approach it. Took pictures of his license plate, his car, and all his stuff. Got his ID. This guy didn't even have a license. He hands me the ID, and it's just a PA ID card. And I'm like, it's valid, but I'm like, where's your license? So that tells me that his license was probably suspended. The car was registered in his name, like it was valid registration. All that I had to do a police report, but yeah, I'm over it, man. I can't wait till it's over it. I'm surprised. I think I got to reach out to them today, and make sure that all that stuff is squared away. But whatever, man. As y'all know, my aunt's funeral was last week, a week ago today, actually. It was a really, really nice, beautiful, perfect service, which our family services are normally pretty good. It's just always good to like go to a service and like, cause I was just celebration of life and you know you're sharing memories and stuff. But it's really decent when as you watch people go up there and they talk about your relative and your loved one. Everyone has so many like resounding and amazing things to say about her, and it just really reminds you of the good times. Obviously, in my adult life, sadly, I can count probably on my two hands the amount of. Nah, I'm lying. Maybe more than that. I probably in my adult life, I probably seen my aunt maybe about 10 or 15 times, whether there was a gathering, a family event, or unfortunately funerals and things of that nature. So you would say over the last, we'll say I was really adult at like 23, 24. So we'll say over the last like 14, 15 years, that's the amount of times I've seen her. So it's probably like once a year, which is okay. I gotta get better at that. We all gotta get better at that. But man, she was really a wonderful person, man. And somebody had got there and they told a story about, and he had brought up like something that stood out to me was where they was talking about how when they would talk to her, she would squeeze their hand, and it clicked with me immediately. I'm like, every time I would talk to her, like that was just something that she did when she talked to you. I guess it was like to get your attention or get her point across or make sure she had your undivided attention. She would like squeeze your hand, not in a bad way, not in like a way where it hurts, but just to let you know, like, hey, I'm here. And yeah, so like it just, I don't know, it's kind of like brought back like a good memory, you know, of her. But yeah, God rest her soul. She lived a wonderful, wonderful life, and hey, I'm thankful again. I'm thankful for my family, man. Like, you know, it was really nice to see everybody. I've become like a family person. I've always like, nah, I'm not. I haven't always been like a family oriented person. I've just become that way over the last couple years. Mostly because I got tired of going to funerals and only seeing my people in funerals, and I just started making efforts to have things or do things and reach out and communicate with people. And I'm that person. I'm that person that I talk to everybody. I text everybody. I won't talk to everybody on the phone. I'm not gonna lie because I'd be so busy. But I'm the texter. I will text everybody back, same day, if not immediately. You text me, you normally get a response. If you're my relative, and that's kind of how I move, man. But yeah, life is so quick, y'all, and I say that all the time, and it's just like, I was sitting there, and while I'm so grateful that I still have my parents, she actually is only 4 years older than my mom. So this is actually my mom's aunt. This is my great aunt. But you know how black families is. We be like, our ages be all over the place. But ironically, my mom is 70. My aunt was 74, I believe. So they're only a couple years apart, and it just got me to thinking, like, that's the part of the funerals that I hate, because I'll sit there, and I'm a thinker. My mind get to rolling, and I'm looking at my relatives, and like, just thinking about my cousin, and like how hard it is at to bury his mom, and and I'm like, damn, like one day this is gonna be me and my siblings, like because our parents are getting up there, you know what I mean, and both my parents are sick, so it's like, you don't know how much time you have left with them, and you gotta try to like spend as much time with them as you can. And I actually the 2 days later, I actually went to go visit my mom. I took the girls to go see my mom. We were supposed to go see my dad. We didn't have time. I'm going to make the effort. I'm going to go see my dad this weekend. I'm going to make sure I go visit him. Just cause like I don't know. It's just, you never know, man. Like, cause again, I told y'all like my aunt, it was kind of like, for me, it was like out the blue. It was just like one day she was in the hospital and one day she was gone. And it was like, what? Like, you know what I mean? It was, everything happened so quick. So I'm really trying to make sure I spend enough time with everybody, because it could be anybody. It could be me. It could be a younger cousin. It could be a younger relative. The age really isn't the issue. But yeah, I'll tell you, that front row funeral, that's a different experience. That's a different type of pain. I am not looking forward to any time. I don't think anybody is. But the beautiful part about funerals is the time you end up spending with your family. And we ended up really making a day of it. I hung all day with my cousins and relatives and my aunts and my uncles. Like, we went back to my older cousin's house, and the kids were there. Like, they're outside playing. Like, we just had a really good time. And ironically, I had to leave the repast and go pick Jordan up. I mean, not Jordan. I had picked Jordan up on the way back, but picked him up from out West Philly. And driving back, I was a little tired. I was like, I'm just go home. I was actually gonna go home and change. I'm gonna go home and change. But then in my mind, I was like, I just put his address in the GPS, and it was closer than my house. And I was like, I'm gonna just go. Because if I go home, I'm gonna go home and I'm not coming back. I'm gonna go to sleep. So I'm walking around the church clothes all day, but it didn't matter. I had fun. It was just good to be around that energy. My uncle, he ended up going with my other cousin to his first ever Eagles game last Sunday. He flew in from Florida. It was his sister that passed. So it's just, I don't know. I just felt like it was so many connections happening. I believe we're supposed to connect this weekend, if I'm not mistaken, before one of our other cousins heads back out to California. So hopefully that does happen. If it doesn't, I know we're gonna have more time. But yeah, it was just it was a good week. I ain't gonna hold you. It was a good day, and I cannot just say how good looking and beautiful my family is. Like, I have never, like, it's crazy, and it's insane how like everybody from like the nose, cheekbone up looks exactly like, all the way down to my kids. Like, the genes are ridiculous. If you've ever been around my family, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You've seen everybody looks like literally the same. It's like everybody came from the same person. It's crazy. And everybody looks so healthy, man. Everybody's doing pretty well. My cousin he's lost so much weight. I told him I was so proud of him. He lost so much weight. I think he lost like 160, 170 pounds, but he looks great. He said he felt great. And again, I'm just so proud of him, man. And I was in the car with my cousins, and then we was talking about how good everybody looked, and they was like, "Damn, like what is it?" And I was just like, honestly, it's because none of us are on drugs. Like none of us are like doing crack or drinking Still Reserves, and we wasn't on the Four Loko wave. Like that's really it. And I mean, everybody really does take good care of themselves. So there's no reason why we all can't be, doing well, looking well, man. So yeah, just love on your family as much, man, as often as you can. I'm destined to get some type of huge family reunion / barbecue / block party together. I've been semi working on it, but I'm really going to put a little bit more energy into that because people are starting to pass away and stuff like that. So I really want to do it. I got to just start reaching out and putting the bug in people's ears, seeing how they feel about it and where they want to have it at, because they don't necessarily have to have it here. We could do it in the park, do it anywhere, but I really want to do that again because I'm so just into my family. I really love my family. I love my people, man. Like y'all hear me say all the time. Like my one thing about my family, and this is in general, like especially like the women. Like I tell you all the time, when somebody's bothering me, something's going on with me, like they always come to my defense. I mean, immediately. I'm talking like it's been times I've been here and something's going on here, whether it's the neighbor's mom talking shit or ex-girlfriend acting crazy. I'm talking 10, 15 minutes. 13 cousins is pulling up. What's going on? What's happening? You know what I mean? And not because like they're violent, but it's like the one thing about my family, everybody shoots me straight. They'll tell me where I'm wrong, but nobody's going to let nobody bother me. You know what I mean? Because I don't bother people. So I just appreciate family so much, man. And yeah, love on your people, y'all. Love on your people. So let's get into the business. Apparently, last week I offended some people with my comments about men not caring about women having a degree, which I completely stand on. I meant every word of what I said. If you missed it, it's not my fault. But I'm going to try to re-explain it because I care that much. But people start coming for me, man. Like, it was crazy. If I show y'all some of these screenshots and comments, and some of them you may have seen, some of them were online, but a lot of them were directly to me. Because most of the people that listen obviously know me, or they, you know what I mean? Like, they really know me in real life. But some people that don't know me were like saying things to me too, and I try to ignore. I actually had something happen this morning, which I ain't gonna get into. We ain't doing that. I'll talk about that on another date. But they were saying things like, he doesn't love black women. Your mother and your grandmother didn't have any degrees, which they didn't. But I can guarantee you that they are both better women than you are, much better women than you are, in every way possible. You know what I'm saying? And I stand on it. I can guarantee that. But I have a family full of women with degrees. Family full of black women with degrees. Full of them, all over the place. We got doctors. We got people with masters. Everything. You name it, doctors. I don't, associates, right? Whatever, any kind of degree you get. My sister has, I think, 3 degrees. My other sister has a degree. My brother has a degree. I got aunts with degrees. I got an aunt that, like, she has been in school like all my life. She just keep going back and getting degrees. You know what I mean? And these are the same women that completely understood where I was coming from. You know what I mean? They understood the message in the video. They understood the message in the podcast, in the episode, what I was saying. And I think it's probably more so because of how we was all raised. Like, we were raised like traditionally. I know my family's from the South, so it's like the Southern lifestyle. So the women in my family are really different. It's not like hype them up and not like that, but they really are different. I will say Southern women are way different than city girls, like way different. And no pun intended, city girls. But which kind of got me to think a Southern woman might be the woman for me, because that is what I'm used to, which that is a whole nother topic for another day. But listen to the motherfucking video. And I feel like I'm also tired of hearing about, oh, I got a degree. We don't. Can I tell y'all, men, we don't give a fuck about y'all degrees. We don't care. We don't. I'm telling you, I am around a lot of men. Men with money, men without money, good dads, good people, bad people, drug dealers, non-drug dealers. Like, No man cares about your degree. We don't care you got a doctorate. We don't care about any of that shit. You want to know why? Because most real men are able to take care of themselves and they show up with their own properties, their own cars, everything. They have a place to live. They can feed themselves. Like there are a lot more men domesticated nowadays. Like the whole time where, and I'm not knocking anybody with a degree or has went and got the education or is trying to get the education. Salute to you. That is awesome. But what I'm saying is when it comes to when we're looking at you and we're like, is this the person I want to spend the rest of my life with? Nowhere on our list of pros and cons is a fucking degree. We don't give a fuck about it. I'm telling you now. Your degree can't help us, and your degree can't help me if we're in a relationship and my mom dies. Your doctoral in fucking forensic science does not help me cope with the death of my mother or my father. You know what I mean? Or me being sick or me getting cancer. Your fucking degree doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? So we are looking at other things. We are looking at what type of person you are. Are you compassionate? And I'm gonna tell you this now. Like I always hear a lot of girls calling themselves bad bitches or I'm so beautiful. This they lead with that. That lets me know you ain't had no substance. And a lot of y'all may be beautiful, but your personalities, oh my God, they're fucking ugly. They're disgusting. They're the little red honeycomb emoji mask. And vice versa with a man and his money. When your mom dies, no, I can be a billionaire, but if your mom dies, none of my money can bring her back. Nothing that I own can help bring her back. Nothing can erase that pain other than me just being there for you, holding you on the nights you need to be held, giving you the space when you need it, talking to you or listening, shutting the fuck up and listening. You know what I mean? So I just think I get the whole provider aspect, but I think a lot of women do not know what provision is. Like, I never said a degree was a bad thing. I just said men don't care about them. And it's not a deal breaker. You know what I mean? Like, and because we're not looking to be kept and we're not looking to be taken care of. And I want to emphasize men. I had people arguing with me about, and there's one person in particular who I love to death, but it wasn't just that individual, but there was other people like DMing me and stuff like that about what I'm about to say. So I had to clarify that. But saying like, you could get a job in the field that you're studying in and they'll pay for it, as long as you're in that field to work and they'll completely pay for it and you won't be in debt. And that may have been triggered because somebody got on and said something about debt, and all that. But that was not the argument. Again, like a lot of times stuff go way over people's head, which was another point I had this week in my latest episode. But that wasn't the discussion. That wasn't the topic. The topic wasn't debt. The topic wasn't could you go to college and not have to pay for it. That wasn't the topic. The topic is that men are not looking for women with degrees. Like that's not on the list of things of pros. Yes, if you have a degree, it is great, but that's not what we are trying. That's not when I meet you. I'm not sitting down to dinner with you asking you what your GPA was in college. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what frat you was in or sorority or whatever that shit is. I don't care. And most men do not care. And that's not to say there's probably men out there that maybe that is a deal breaker for them, but I don't know any. I don't. And don't you dare try to come for say I don't know men of that level or whatever. Fuck you. But I even said I'm not knocking anyone who has a degree. That is awesome. I said it like word for word. And then someone went on to try to say and like explain that there are men that do want their women to take care of them. And again, my response to that is you're dealing with a little boy. We're emphasizing men. You need to choose better. Choose better males, please. Because again, we're talking about men, M-E-N, men. And like, I really was just basically trying to like explain and like clarify like what we look at when we're deciding if this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. Is this the person I want to raise kids with, have kids with, raise the kids I already have, help raise the kids I already have, sorry. Is this the person I want to introduce to my mom? Is this the person I want sitting next to me at a funeral? Is this the person I want to sit next to when she's at a funeral for one of her parents, God forbid? Is this the person that I want next to my hospital bed when I get sick? You know what I mean? Is this the person that I want to come home to every day? Is this the person I trust making me meals? You know what I mean? Is this the person I want to share a house with? Like men are looking at different things. You know what I mean? And I feel like, again, a lot of times shit just be going over people's head, and everybody jumps into defense mode instead of like hearing what I'm saying. It's like, let me jump in defense mode and try to prove him wrong. And it's like, it's not a situation where we need to argue. I said what I said, and like that was it. And yeah, it's crazy, and it's just like, you know, it's crazy, man. Like, also people, what we noticed lately is another point that I forgot to make is where, shout out to Shakir, women that are leading with like, your job is not who you are. Like, I remember she texting that week and this week about that, and I was like that was like on the point. Your job is not who you are. You are not a nurse 24/7. You are not a teacher 24/7. You are not a doctor or whatever, a mailman 24/7. Like, you know what I mean? And I won't go too far into that because I don't want to offend nobody. I don't need nobody coming from me. But there's a way that you can identify that in people. But yeah, stop leading with what you do. Yeah, like, I'm a dad, but like that's not all that I am. You know what I mean? I work for American Airlines, but that's not all that I am. You know what I mean? I'm so much more. So like, it's also a combination of what people are leading with. And you know what I mean? People who are looking into you are not looking at material things. You know what I mean? Because you can't lead with material. You can't lead with that kind of stuff. And like, how could you miss the point? How could you not comprehend what I was saying? Someone's gonna now watch someone say I called them stupid. That's not what I said. But then I even reversed it. Because the big thing on social media now is like, niggas need to have money to take care of me and need to pay my bills and do my nails. And I was like, it's like a man leading with money. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, that's what y'all argue about. That is what the biggest debates that go on, especially in our culture, is about a man and his ability to provide and take care of a woman. For him to come in and change your life. A man should not be leading only with his money. You know what I mean? A man can have all the money in this world, but if he can't be there for you and he can't be there for your kids and he can't lead your kids or teach your sons how to be men, like, what is he fucking doing? Absolutely nothing. Because you're probably going to cheat, or you're going to get bored. Matter of fact, not eventually, you're going to get bored very fast. Material things fade. It's about what's on the inside. Pause. And again, one last thing, man. The gender wars, it really only goes on in our community. It's sad, it's scary, it's really upsetting. But I mean, we gotta do better, man. We really gotta do better, man. So recently, I was talking to a friend who, I won't say their name, but they launched a new business endeavor over the summer. Great business. I've actually plugged it on here before. I won't say what it is because I'm not going to put them out there. And we were having a conversation, and they were talking about, feeling some type of way about people supporting them. And while I absolutely agree with the perspective, I'm not even going to lie, I had to explain for them to focus less on the people who support you, whether that's financially or by liking or sharing your content or sharing your business and things like that, or if they don't book with you or anything like that. Like, focus less on that, but focus more on your craft and the ones who do support you, the ones who are coming out to spend money with you, the ones who are sharing your business card, or if they hear somebody say they're looking for the product that you offer and they plug you immediately and they just, hey, here's his or hers information, whatever it is, whether you're a roofer or whatever it is that you do. Because I'm really good with that. Like, I hear people say they need it. Oh, I have somebody for everything for the most part. You need shirts, I got Mel. You need cups, I got Mel. You need a photographer, I got Roy. You need somebody that sell books, I got Shakira. You know what I mean? That's how I move. Like, I have a friend that does something. Everybody does something. So I have no problem sharing information. I tell you need to focus on them type of people. You really do. And I had to learn it myself. Everyone is not going to support you. It's just not. No matter what you do, whether it's a podcast or you do nails or you do hair, whatever it is, if you paint houses, everybody's not going to support you. You know what I mean? And to be honest, hell, some of my biggest supporters for this podcast, I didn't even know before I launched the podcast. Just being honest. You know what I mean? Before I got into podcasting, a lot of people that I met through that was once I got into this, I started meeting people and networking and things like that. And those became my people because they're the ones in my space, one, and may not even necessarily be in podcasting, just like a creative space. Like I have a great friend, my boy Larry, he does art. He does photography. You know what I mean? I plugged him in before. When people ask photographers, I send him. He actually has a great exhibit going on right now. I think October 4th. There's one tomorrow, 12 to 5, and October 4th. If I remember, I'll put it in the video and put it on the screen. But I'll be at that, if not tomorrow, then next Saturday. And it costs me nothing to support him. You get what I'm saying? It costs me nothing to repost his stuff. He's not asking me to do it. I do it because that's my guy, and I want to see him succeed, which is going to be the point of the point I'm trying to get across with the next couple things I'm about to say. But yeah, I was just telling them, like, the important thing is thriving in your purpose and the message of what you feel called. What you feel you were called to do, you know what I mean? And the message you're trying to get across, no matter what it is, whatever it is. I tell you all the time, man, like for me and like my pod, if I can help one person every episode, I'm good. Like if there's one person that reaches out or doesn't reach out, but there's one person that listens to this and they're like, damn, like, all right, which is why I try to be so transparent and honest. And again, I have so many other stories to share. And once I get all the way comfortable, because I'm not even there yet, believe it or not, I'll share it. But yes, it's a lot of work, man. And it's really a lot of like believing in yourself and believing in your purpose and going through whatever it is you want to do, no matter whether it's makeup, whatever it is. If you sell shoes, like you just got to believe in what you got. You got a clothing line. You got to believe in it. You got to push it. Nobody else is going to do it. Nobody else is going to do it, man. Like, honestly, man. And, excuse me, to my creators, to my new creators, new business owners, just really remember your purpose, man. Like, and understand, like, McDonald's didn't get to 1 billion served overnight. Like, they didn't. They didn't just open up and boom, the Big Mac is the great. No, like, I'm pretty sure they went through some trials and tribulations, and I don't know the details. I'm not going to pretend like I do. I didn't even watch the movie, but I know that they didn't always have 1 billion served. Like, they had to be around for a really long time. So, like, what you doing could be the same thing. Whatever business you got, like, it's a generational journey. It's not an overnight one. You know what I mean? Like my podcast. This could be something I pass down to one of my kids, and then they take it to the next level, and they do something incredible with it. You know what I mean? You never know. Or it could be one of my grandkids. You never know. Like, but you could like to start something great, and like everything could be starting with you. You know what I'm saying? Like anything generational starts somewhere small. So just understand that, man. And also, do not worry about those friends you have that don't support you. You know what I mean? Your message may not be for them. Your product may not be for them. Your podcast may not be for them. And that's okay. Your artwork may not be for them. That's okay. Find your people. Find your space. Find the people that are going to uplift you, that are going to believe in you, that are going to support you. I think that's what it's about. That's your purpose. Once you in your purpose, everything else is going to come to you. You know what I'm saying? The people, everything, you know what I mean? And make sure you're not doing it for money or recognition. Like, whatever it is you're doing, it has to be a passion. If you're not passionate about what you do, it's not going to work. Like, I podcast because I'm passionate about giving out information, whether it's mental health stuff, if stuff I've been through as a dad, any stuff I've been through as a son or brother, whatever it is, my experience, relationship stuff, I really feel like passionate about giving that information to men and letting them know, like, all right, you have other options. You can do this. There are possibilities. Like, you don't have to just be the status quo or be what, people think that we're going to be. Like, we're all not deadbeat dads. We're all not bad boyfriends. We're all not bad husbands. We're all not bad sons. So, yeah, man. Even when it comes to like gym stuff, like I know people probably be sick. I post a lot of gym content, especially lately because I've been off work. I post a lot of gym content, and I get it may not be for some of my friends. It may not be. They may be the ones that don't go to the gym, don't want to go to the gym, don't want to be healthy. Like, I'm gonna encourage them to be healthy, but I'm not forcing nobody to like my content or come with me to the gym. You know what I'm saying? But you know who that content is for? That one person who is struggling to get up every day and walk 1 mile. That's who that content is for, to motivate them. Because if you could look back and you see what I used to look like and how unhealthy I was, you'd be like, damn, like if he could do it, I can do it. You know what I mean? And that's really all it is, man. So again, your purpose could be to help other people. Whatever you're doing, it should be to help other people. You know what I mean? I really think that's how your blessings come in the long term. You know, I've come to accept that some people, no matter how much you love them, they don't want to see you do better. You know what I mean? And they don't want to see you do better than what you're doing. That's just the hard truth. You know what I mean? Some people are afraid of your growth. You know what I mean? They don't want to see you come out of a situation, or they don't want to see, how can I say this? They don't want to see you grow. And the reason they don't want to see you grow is because they're afraid to grow. You know what I mean? You ever heard somebody say, like, you can't do that? No, maybe you can't do whatever it is that you want to do. So you trying to like put that energy on me because you don't believe in yourself or you don't have a dream to follow. So again, like your shit may not be for them. And then understanding like what growth comes outgrowing people. I be talking about that all year, about outgrowing people and boundaries and like just understanding that. And it's because it's not a do you love me thing. But I will question if people like you, if they're not, if people, because you can also look at it like you can, there's two situations. Your stuff may not be for them, but, or you see them supporting other people in your circle or in your area or other people that are not as close to them as they are to you, see them supporting them. Don't be mad about it, but just, take a note. Take note of that. Oh, all right, cool. You know what I mean? And just be mindful of it, man, and recognize it and move the fuck forward. You know what I'm saying? And because you really got to be mindful of the energy you have around you. Because if I'm locked in focus on what I want to do, if your business is what you want to do, you want to build it up and you want it to be something big and great, you can't have anybody around you that don't believe you, that don't want to pour into that don't want to come get energy. You know what I'm saying? That don't want to come help you hang flyers. Can't have that around you because what's for me is for me. So keep people around you that believe in you. Keep people around you that believe in your dream. You know what I mean? Because just understand that when a safe space for men is on the Breakfast Club and I'm on there being interviewed about all this stuff I done, those people can't come with me. So, and that's no shade. And I don't care. Somebody's going to be offended. I really don't give a fuck about. Another piece of advice. You know how stressful it is and how much courage it takes to even do this, to even start a business, start a podcast, fucking do music, drop a rap album, drop an album where you're singing. I think singing in public is insane. And I'm not a singer, but I'll sing in the shower. But you know how much courage it takes to put yourself out there, and for the world to see. You know what I mean? And it's really hard. So you really don't have time to be worrying about who the fuck ain't supporting you. You can't like that alone is you get all the brownie points in the world for me just having the ability to do that. You know what I'm saying? Even with this, like my boy Ant tell me all the time, he like, yo, like the stuff you be sharing, like he said, I couldn't imagine ever doing that because like it's just, I'm super transparent and I'm really honest about like my mistakes and the things I've done and the things I've been through because I'm not ashamed of it. You know what I mean? And again, there's more, but we'll get there when we get there. You know what I mean? And I was telling them, this friend I was talking to, there's always going to be people who see you regularly. Like I'm talking people you probably see at your mama house, whatever, who won't like, they won't share, they won't repost, they won't purchase anything with you, but they'll ask you to borrow money. Again, take note of that and make sure you're telling them no. Make sure you're telling them no. And that's okay. It's okay. Like nobody's required to support you. I don't want nobody to miss the message. Please don't. Because I had people like that in my life. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? But you know who do support me? You want to know who support me? My family. I love my family so much. My family supports me. And in a way, how do I know that they support me? Because literally when I see them, whether it was at the funeral last week or before that, or relatives texting me, they're like repeating things to me that I said on the podcast. And yeah, there's some that ask me like certain things like that maybe I'll touch on a little bit and they want to get clarification. And that's cool too because we're family and we love each other and we're never going to have a problem. You get what I'm saying? So like we're able to have them conversations. But yeah, that's who support me. And I'm grateful for their support. I really am. You know what I mean? Every share, like, text message, any words of encouragement I get, I really am. You know what I mean? And that's really what it's about. Like, like if my shit sucked, my family would tell me like, Ron, you might want to like find something else to do because they love me. You know what I mean? That's love. That's what your family should be doing. But yeah, they encourage me, man. I'm really grateful for them. I'm grateful for their support, man. I really am. Because at times, to be honest, to be transparent, there's times where like I'm about to record and like I'm working on some content or whatever, and I'm like second guessing myself, like, damn, should I do this? Is this a little bit too much? Is this too much to share with the world? But yeah, it's a safe, literally, no pun intended, it's a safe space for men. You know what I mean? And it's really a safe space for me because this is where I come and I just share everything. You know what I mean? And it just reminds me like the purpose of my podcast was so that like people that look like me, guys that feel like me, kids that look like me when I was a kid, know that they can speak out, know that they got a voice, that it's okay to feel something. It's okay to have an opinion. You know what I mean? It's nothing wrong with you. It's nothing wrong with you if you feel a certain type of way. If you're not feeling right, go get the help. Go to therapy. Say it again. Go to therapy. And really just don't really worry about people supporting you, man. That shit really ain't important. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you look at like Wallow, I remember when Wallow first started out, everybody thought he was crazy outside running around in the rain. And now I guarantee all them same people that got businesses or whatever they got going on, I guarantee you they got DMs that they don't sent him that he ain't read, not because he don't want to, because he has like so many millions of followers and he's so busy. But what I'm saying is, but they wouldn't have thought twice about DMing him when he was running around outside in the rain. People thought he was acting crazy. No, he was on to something. He knew what he was doing. He out here motivating people. And now he got a whole culture of people that are trying to be just like him and trying to be as successful as him. He showed you can go to the penitentiary for 20 some odd years, come out and become a millionaire. You know what I mean? It's possible. You just got to put the work in. You got to put the time in and really be dedicated to whatever it is that you want to do. So I kind of went down a rabbit hole. But yeah, man, again, purpose of my podcast is, again, helping one person. And I feel like when I do that, I did exactly what I needed to do. So with that, my message of the day, again, to my creators, to my people that lately you probably ain't feel like you had it. You ain't feel like whatever it is you do, whether it's poetry and whatever it is you into, like, believe in yourself, man. Live in your purpose. Live in your purpose. And that's my message to y'all. My message to the people that choose not to support their friends and not support their dreams. It costs you literally nothing to like, share, repost your best friend's line of weave. You know what I mean? Your homie's clothing line. It costs you nothing to repost that. All my friends, I repost their shit all the time, no problem. So remember that when you taking the time out your day to create a whole reel and a whole post to support Beyonce's birthday and tell her happy birthday, remember that. Remember that, because you supporting her and not your people. As usual, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching. Until next week, peace.